Heather, thank you very much for this interview. We are here in Leuven, in Belgium, where you're doing your tour. How would you describe this tour? Is it more acoustic or semi-acoustic?
It's called an acoustic tour. Basically, it's an intimate setting. There's just two of us on stage. But rather than being just a straight acoustic thing, we like to mix it up and keep it quite fresh. We have a few electronic things going on, and we switch off between different instruments. The two of us do, and it's really about just stripping back the songs, so it's very raw and beautiful, I think. I also, for this show, have a visual element to it, which I'm quite excited about, which is I've taken the paintings of an Italian artist who I've known for a long time, who does beautiful paintings inspired by microbiology, so by cells and neurons and DNA. And so I've always felt this strong connection between my music and his work, because we're both inspired by nature, but in very different ways. And so we have big projections of his work on stage. And so I think it's a...
What's his name?
Alberto Di Fabio. Yeah, so I think it's something different, and hopefully, just something for all the senses for the audience. So it's beautiful visuals with the music. And
so you're now promoting your new album?
Well, no, I'm not really promoting an album on this tour. I think sometimes you should be able to just tour without trying to sell something, So I'm playing really a selection of all my work from over the past 20 years, including the most recent record. Yeah.
And this record was sort of coming back to the origins of the 90s?
Well, yeah, I kind of wanted to go back to that feeling I had production-wise in my first albums, Oyster and Siren, and I used some of the same team to make the record. So the record itself is a full-on kind of rock pop album, even though this tour is stripping back songs from all my catalog into a kind of stripped back versions.
And the album was to show maybe that the circle is complete.
It's not complete. My goodness, I'm keeping going.
it's one phase of the circle that is complete.
Yeah, it's one circle. I'm into another circle now.
What is the next circle going to be?
Well,
like?
I don't know yet. I've written a lot of songs, and I haven't recorded them yet, so I haven't decided on the production. But it'll be something fresh this time, something different.
What about Belgium? I have checked that you've been playing like 30 gigs in Belgium already.
Wow. I actually thought it would be more than 30 over my whole career, because I've been here a lot, and playing individual shows, but also a lot of festivals. I remember actually in Leuven, I played a couple of times, maybe 3 times, the Marktrock, is it? In the square? Which is one of my favorite festivals ever, just because you get such a fantastic view from the stage. So yeah, good memories of touring in Belgium.
Several concerts in Brussels as well, at the Ancienne Belgique.
At the Ancienne Belgique, So, and then lots of regional stuff too, like on this tour, going to lots of smaller places, which is great. It's so interesting to see all the different parts of the country. Most bands will just play the main cities, Brussels, Amsterdam, Hamburg, Berlin, but I'm going to a lot of the smaller places, which is nice.
And you're focusing on Europe, usually, for your tours.
I really started doing that ever since my son was born 10 years ago, because I no longer wanted to tour all over the world all the time, because I wanted to spend more time at home.
And so you're touring with him then?
I always tour with him, because I think it's a great education for him to see the world and meet different people. And where we live is beautiful, but there's no museums, not a lot of culture. So when we come to Europe, we get to see a lot of that. It's great.
So you're not sailing with him like your father did, but
no, but we live on an island.
It's another kind of voyage of traveling.
Yes, the tour bus thing. He's good at that now.
And did his birth change a lot of things for you? I mean, also in terms of inspiration?
Yeah, I think when anybody has a child, it completely shifts their perspective and their priorities and everything. So yeah, of course, I'm no different. He changed everything for me.
And the environmental issues, environment and...
Well, everything becomes more poignant and more important when you have a child, because you think beyond your own life. You think more into the future, and I think that's the big shift that happens. Yeah. So every decision that we make has a consequence that continues on for years and years. Yeah.
There's a lot of songs talking about it.
Well, I wrote one song about it, which was "Save a Little Piece of Tomorrow." Yeah. I don't like to write songs about issues too much, because it starts to become kind of preachy or political.
Yeah,
but
heavy.
Yeah, exactly. You know. So, but that was more from an emotional perspective, where I was actually thinking about my little boy, you know, and growing up in this place, and maybe one day it would be underwater because of global warming, and that was kind of a very. It hit me very strong, that image and that thought. So I just wrote a song about the image of coming back to your home and having to look through the water at it. So that was Save a Little Piece of Tomorrow, yeah.
Is it something that you feel strongly because you're living in the islands?
Yeah, because we live about that high above sea level.
So it's an issue.
Yeah.
Have you felt a difference, an evolution there? In terms of
consciousness?
Climate? Yeah, and
the climate? Yeah, I mean, you notice it all over the world, I think, all of these crazy storms and different temperatures. Yeah. So, you know, I've made small changes. I know that's all you can do, really. So our house is completely solar powered.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
And you got a studio there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice freedom now for you.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
And how do you have artists that you feel close to? I wouldn't say that you're inspired by, but what would you say? Would you say more like folk singers or?
Not folk singers, just songwriters, really.
Yeah.
Anyone who's writing their own songs from their
heart
experience and from their heart. Yeah, really.
Joni Mitchell, the first period.
Well, of course, when I was very young, yeah, Joni Mitchell was an inspiration. But there've been a lot over the years, you know.
I also think about Leonard Cohen sometimes.
Love Leonard Cohen, love him. Yeah, beautiful.
And typically Bruce Springsteen's and all this kind of.
Yeah. I nearly caught up. Suzanne Vega and I were playing in Hamburg at the same time, and we were tweeting each other, trying to get together, and we were playing at the same time, so we couldn't do it. But she was an inspiration early on too. So And then Patti Smith and.
Oh yeah, Patti Smith.
She's touring right now too. I don't know. We're all out there doing our thing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Heather.
you.
And good luck for your tour and for the rest of your career.
Thank you very much.